Hi everyone, thanks for joining me again. And as you can see, I'm in a different place. This is a hotel in the city of Cantor. It's spelt C-A-N space T-H-O, but the tho at the end is actually pronounced more like T. And I'm probably getting that wrong as well. But anyway, I left Ho Chi Minh City on the 2nd of May, and that was part of a public holiday, Reunification Day, which I believe starts the 30th of April and goes to the 2nd or 3rd of May. And it's to celebrate or commemorate the reunification of Vietnam in the North and South as they became the Socialist Republic of Vietnam. So initially I thought they'd put me on the wrong bus because what it said on my ticket was I would be taking a sleeper. I was on a normal bus, but I even sent a complaint to the bus company through Messenger, but they didn't need to get back to me. I sent another message saying, "My bad, I'm sorry," as the bus pulled into another bigger bus station and we got on that sleeper bus, so I, as we say, jumped the gun. My first full day in Cantor, I went to the famous floating market. Most people rock up at about 5:30 in the morning and a boat will leave at about 6. And it's really fascinating, cool to see so many boats filled with fruits and vegetables. The one downside, I would say, is I thought we would get dropped off at one of the fresh food markets where you see all of the fresh food and fish and meat, and it just dropped us off at this place where you could see dried fish, arts and crafts, and some packaged foods. I was able to score myself a milk tea though, that was pretty nice. Back at the hotel, this girl at reception and I saw a bird fly into a window, and she very quickly picked it up and comforted it as it slowly came back to consciousness. Later in the day, I went to this temple and took a few photos. Then later that night I went to a pub that's not too far from this hotel and chatted with a young guy who's studying to be a mechanic. Apparently, as he says, there's going to be a lot of jobs for car mechanics in the future. As I guess the country develops, there'll be more cars here. And we chatted about where I'm from, what I'm doing here, and he told me a little bit about his life as well. And his phone actually, with the translation app where you can capture the text with a photo and it will change the Vietnamese into English. There was a funny translation which I think was meant to say something like shrimp or spring rolls with shrimp. It translated into something like no new land for old men or something like that. I met up with my new friend Pearl and had a lychee milkshake, which was delicious. She told me that lychees are actually in season at the moment, and I can testify to that. It was very, very refreshing. What I could say about Cantor is that it's very humid, maybe even more humid than Ho Chi Minh City, but the people are very friendly. The pace of life is a bit slower and I get a lot more looks. There'll be obviously more tourists as Vietnam opens up more, but being a white guy wandering around the streets, I'm getting a few interested and curious people. Not so much pointing. The younger people are actually excited and they wave their hands and say hi and want to strike up a little conversation, so that's pretty cool. And it seems to rain a lot in the evening. I guess it's the rainy season here just as much as it is in Ho Chi Minh. I didn't want to get any food delivered to my door. I resisted it for a while because I thought I should, just go and sit down at a restaurant and talk to people and get a feel of the local vibe. But it rained so much this evening that I had to order in some bun cha, which is the typical dish actually from the north, Hanoi. As for English, did you notice any expressions that I used? I may have mentioned that I jumped the something when jumping to conclusions, or that it's easy to strike up a conversation with people, meaning it's easy to talk to them and feel comfortable quite quickly. I spoke to a Korean student yesterday, and she mentioned that she was traveling to Paris. She said her and her friends, we decided to traveling to Paris. Now, it should be we decided to travel to Paris. That's the decision that they have come to. If she had used the word be and will, we will be, then you can use the continuous ing, traveling, because it's what will be happening at that time in the future. But as it is, she's just talking about the decision that they've made, and that's in the past. We decided we will travel to. You will also use the infinitive verb like that if you're talking about something in your regular routine. We don't say, I walking to the shops every afternoon. We say, I walk to the shops every afternoon. She also said she has been to many another countries. How did she get that wrong? We use the word another when we're talking about just one thing. So you can say, I have been to another country. Obviously, you would leave out many because that implies a lot more than one. The word that we would use is other. I have been to many other countries. So you can say, if it's with one, I have been to another country, or I will go to another country. Or if it's two or more, you can say, I will go to other countries, or I've been to other countries, depending on the context and the tense that you're referring to. Okay, that'll do for now. Thank you for joining me again, everyone. And if you have any comments, please leave them in the comments section or email me at contact@gmhenglish.com. And I look forward to seeing you all again very soon. Bye for now.